Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm not frozen. It is your man, Jelani JB Bodie. I'm back in the building once again. This is the Wait a Minute show. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. And there's a few things. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it out the way, man. I'm feeling good because brother got a haircut. Yeah, look at your boy. Yeah, haircut does wonders for a brother. So I'm feeling good. Hopefully you feeling good out there, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is the Wait a Minute show where we talk about sports, but we also talk about other stuff as well. And let's get it out the way. Make sure, like, subscribe, turn on those notifications and all that stuff, man. Follow your boy, right? Follow us. It's not just me here. As always, he's back. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Running the back. There he is. Big Mo. What up, man?
What's going on, JB?
I'm good. I'm good. You see, I'm good. My barber
Yeah, I see you
hooked
got
me
you
up.
got the little fresh up.
Yeah, he hooked me
He
up,
wanted to point that
man.
out because I ain't got mine, but that's all right though. That's all
It's
right.
all
That's all
right.
right.
It's all right.
Listen, my barber had to take his grandma to football practice, so
Makes sense.
grandma come first, man. So we gotta get to
Got
that.
to.
19 gold medals, man.
That's a lot. That's
That's
a
a lot. We
lot.
ain't gonna talk about it there. I just had to point out. I just had to say it for the people that didn't know.
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad you brought it up because that's where I was about to, touch base on. So, uh, the Olympics still going on, but I guess Mo, what has been your overall opinion just of everything so far?
Overall opinion is the talent has vastly improved over the years. And I know, people love the legends and whatnot, but I wish I could remember the numbers. I almost, he should ask me that. But Noah Lyles, he picked up the goal yesterday, right?
That was
The
crazy.
kid, yeah, that was the most, that was wild. But the guy who came in last place, he clocked better numbers than Carl Lewis when he picked up the gold.
It's
And that
crazy.
just, yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
come on,
because
man. And then
it
just
was
watching the gym, it was what?
979 won it, but yeah, right there 10 something,
Yeah.
low tens or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. But shout out to all of them,
I,
man. I mean,
so what you think? What you think about the 100? Like, uh, we don't get that close where it's a photo finish. We don't normally get a photo finish.
no,
Uh, and I learned something because I always thought it was the first body part that crosses the finish line. I didn't know it was
hmm
torso, right?
yeah,
Um, Now, here's what I'm going to say about this, and this is why it's amazing for Noah Lyles and what he, because just watching it in real time, and seeing how fast you could at those last like 30 meters, it looked like he was gliding, like he just kind of slid
hmm
up to the
yeah,
front. And when they broke it down and they were talking about like that first 40 or 50 meters in that, basically almost half the race, he was in last place. And like you just said, you know,
yeah.
uh, whoever finished in last was still faster than Carl Lewis. Like, you have to be moving, bro. Moving.
Anybody could have won that race yesterday. That's what it looked like. It was just a
Anybody.
cluster of fast runners, man. And we sitting there watching it, just kind of just standing up. Nobody sitting down. We just sitting there
Yeah.
watching. Everybody had their money on the Jamaican kid because Noah Lyles he struggled in the event prior to that. So we're like, okay, all right, maybe it ain't his day today. But he pulled it off, man. I'm like you. I'm like I didn't see it until they told us.
Yeah.
So,
It,
but yeah,
it, were you surprised by Sha'Carri finishing second? Because
no, no,
she was looking like she might be able to do what Noah did, but she just didn't have enough real estate
hmm
left.
yeah,
And
yeah. No,
and,
I was
and
surprised though.
let me say this. Let me say this, Mo, because people would think I'm out here hating just because I'm in the U.S. and all this stuff. Let me give props to and I hope I'm saying her name right, Julian Alfred, who from St. Lucia, who won the
Okay,
100 meters. I was watching this. Me and my homeboy was watching this, man. We were watching during the qualifying, and
Right.
and I told him before the finals, I said, "This St. Lucia lady, she not playing." I said, "She not." You can tell she means business. She is not playing with anybody out there. And sure enough, she got to the finals, and obviously she did her thing or whatever. So I just pointed out Sha'Carri is the reason I just said that, because Sha'Carri got a lot of top end speed. She got out slow. She got out the blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Not as great. Probably as you would want her to do. But you saw her moving up, because she could have easily probably finished fourth or fifth in that race.
Yeah.
So it was an accomplishment finishing second. But that just tells you how just how powerful and how effective, Julian was, for St. Lucia.
Yeah.
Like it was amazing. I always loved the 100 meters anyway, but both men and women, they did their thing.
Yeah, she took off, man. But Shikari ain't going nowhere. Shikari, I hope I'm saying her name right. She ain't going
Scary?
nowhere though.
No,
Shikari,
she not.
she ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere.
Nah.
I mean, I
And
like seeing
silver
her out there,
medal is
man.
still good.
I
Silver
need
medal,
this. I need a great redemption story from her. Yeah, it's a silver medal, man. Come on.
yeah,
Yeah, if you come home with a medal, you did good. So
exactly,
yeah,
and definitely in comparison to where she was, a few years
I
back.
mean, yeah, yeah. I'm glad ain't nobody talking about that, and we ain't gonna talk about it today. But I
Nah,
had
we not.
fun watching the little rafting, the boat thing, man. I don't know what I'm looking at, but it was fun watching it.
The boat
Yeah, they in the
thing.
little canoes. Yeah, they in the canoes and they just going through the little obstacles or whatever. The rafting.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the
Yeah.
Rome.
Nah, not the rowing. I'm talking about they in like these rapids or whatever, and they just going through
Oh,
the
kayak,
little
where they go.
obstacles. The
Yeah, okay,
kayaking,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I know where
Well,
you.
I said
Yeah, I know what
rafting, the
you're talking about.
kayaking, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
seen one yesterday. He turning upside down in the water just to get under the little thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
that bugged
That's
me
real.
out.
Yeah, that's real deal. Because I'm not turning upside down and putting
Nah,
submerging my body in water nowhere. So
nah. I don't care. You can give me a million gold medals. I ain't doing that. I can't swim.
nah. Yeah, you got.
But I enjoyed the Olympics though, man. It's fun, man. It's fun watching it. We got another
Yes,
week
sir.
left.
Yes, sir. All right. I'll let Mo go, but let's go ahead and jump into it, man. First thing is AFC, right? AFC East. Let's just be specific. We continue division talk as we're doing. We're getting closer and closer to the regular season. Actually, we're gonna have we already had officially a preseason game, but all the teams will be playing this week, and a division: Dolphins, Bills, Jets, Patriots in the AFC East. And you know how I do. I tell you about them, and then I tell you where everybody's going to finish, and then everybody holds me to it. So uh, let's start with the Patriots, right? Let's start with the Patriots. I'm rebuild. I'll just say that. Restart, do over, whatever. But I do think this Patriots team is going to be better than last year's, right? And it's not because of, Drake May or anything. I don't even think Drake May is going to get a start this year if Jacoby Brissett stays healthy. Jacoby Brissett has shown, even when he played for New England previously, he has shown in Cleveland, I think he was in Miami and other places that he's been, is that he can win games. He is a quality quarterback, and he's getting this opportunity. So, and we know he's holding the seat, for Drake until he's ready. But the Patriots got some pieces here. I think, more than anything, I'm going to jump to the defensive side real quick. This Matthew Judon situation, how is that going to play out now? Looked like he was a little perturbed before. Maybe they talked about it. They're working it out. Maybe a deal get done, because he ain't got no guaranteed money, coming to him. And I understand that. You want to go ahead and get your money situated and all that stuff, and you don't want to go out there and put yourself at harm's risk. That's their best defensive player, but they got Christian Gonzalez and others on that squad. So you got pieces, you got stuff that you can build with. But this is a build season, right? Jared Mayo. I'm not going to go on the record like I did last time with the Houston Texans and a new coach in DeMarco Murray. I said DeMarco Murray, D'Amico Ryans, and CJ Stroud and all that stuff. I'm not going to go on record saying, because I picked Houston to finish second in the division, but they end up winning it. I'm not doing that, right? they're going to be there. To me, I think there's going to be more downs than ups. For this team this year, they still got to find their identity. They still got to uh, get guys or get additional guys on this roster. They're nowhere near where they want to be. But look, I'm not going to be a hater, but yeah, it's kind of good to see the Patriots struggle because I just don't have to hear Patriots fans. They always were talking and all this stuff, and it's just like, hey, thank you, you're back, welcome, welcome to the normal world with the rest of us. Let's move on. Dolphins, right? I was talking about Tua getting paid, so he's the high man on the, I guess, the roster, if you will. He got paid, but can Miami get over the hump, man? That's the main thing. They got all the pieces that anyone should need. You got a stable of running backs. You got Tyreek. You got Jalen Waddle. Obviously, I said Tua. On that they added Odell, so you got a little bit of veteran leadership there as well. On the defensive side, they lost some guys like Jerome Baker, but you picked up. What's his name? Uh, Jordan Brooks. Jordan Brooks from Seattle, right? To man the middle for them. So nice pickup. I like what they did there. I think more than anything, it's just them showing primetime games how to finish those games. Miami is one of the most lethal teams out there. They can put up points. They can score at will. But when you go up against a team that's just as good as you and they can match those points, that's where they need to get over the hump at this point. Everything else on the both sides of the ball, I think they all right. Jalen Ramsey, now Chubb, I think he was injured, so we'll see how that works. But I like where they're at. They lost Christian Wilkins. That was the other loss. He went to Vegas as well. So D tackle, that could be something that they miss, dearly in Miami. But they'll be in the mix. They'll be up for the division just as usual. And speaking of usual, the Buffalo Bills, right? Buffalo Bills in the mix again, but they're minus one key member of this team who they traded to Houston, and that is Stephon Diggs. How much is that going to matter if Stephon is in Houston? I don't think that much, and that's not a knock, on Stephon, because I think he's going to go to Houston and ball out there. I think, and I've said this before, Buffalo has always, to me, their problem has been the run game. So it's getting James Cook uh, uh, going at the end of the year or last half of the year. He got it going. They switched out offensive coordinators as well. I think that did wonders, for them. That takes that pressure off of Josh Allen, because it was Josh had to run, he had to pass, he had to, play field position. He had to do everything for that team. So to take a little bit off, establish a run game, I think it does wonders. But also what I think is going to do wonders, and I'm not saying he's going to make you forget Stephon Diggs, but this kid, Keon Coleman, man, that first started out at Michigan State, but he finished his last senior year or last year in college at Florida State. This kid, 6'3", I think he like 212, and his mindset, right? He's a funny guy. But he's about business when he's on that field. And I think Buffalo fans are really going to be excited this year because getting him in the second round, I think we're going to be talking about Keon Coleman and say they got a steal. Just the way Minnesota got a steal when they got Stephon Diggs in the fifth round. So I think they got a replacement, for their wide receiver position for the one position. I think he can handle it, for that team. But they got to establish the run. They lost some, and they also lost some defensive guys. Everybody lose folks, but more than anything, make sure Josh got what he need, because they can score on anybody at any time in any given place as long as they're balanced. So it's more making it balanced. And at some point, they got to get over the hump, because if you don't, they're gonna start looking at moving people. You know, already moved the OC. Moved out players. They're gonna start looking at the coach. Sean McDermott next. So this is this year, got to get it done. Speaking of got to get it done, New York, son. Jets got to get it done, plain and simple. You lost a year. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it and all that stuff because you put everything in one basket on Aaron Rodgers, and no one expected him to get hurt the way he got hurt. That was just a freak, accident there. So you're 1 year removed from that. I guess the good thing is that that happened at the very beginning of the season, so you can try and get Aaron back as healthy as possible. They picked up some nice pieces. One, they got themselves a backup veteran quarterback, right? And Tyrod Taylor, Tyrod Taylor. I think if I could remember right, he said his name is Tyrod, so I'll try and call him Tyrod Taylor. But they got Mike Williams from the Chargers as well to put him on the other side with Garrett. I think that's going to do wonders, for this offense. Brees Hall is going to be back. The defense, I don't think anyone ever had a question with the defense. So Sauce and the rest of those boys, I think it just gives them the opportunity to, really let loose, run wild, take some chances, because they're not going to have the same question marks that they had, on the offensive side of the ball. So New York, Miami, Buffalo, New England. I think it's safe to say I got New England finishing fourth in this. Of course, again, this is a buildup, right? They got to get back to climb back up to the mountaintop. It's a lot of competition, so it's not a knock, on New England. Where I would say this is where it gets tricky, 3-1, because I don't think you could throw these around and really make a case for all of them at this point. But I'm going to say, please don't get mad at me. You got your guy back, but I think the Jets are going to be at 3. So that leaves 2, and they've been knocking on the door, and they've been going back and forth. And I'll just say this: they don't want to go nowhere where it's cold. Come on home. So I'm gonna say Buffalo finished second, and Miami, they put up points all over the place, and they play at home. They get some home games, and they win the division. So my pick: Miami 1, Buffalo 2, New York 3, and New England 4. Mo, I know you're going to tell me if I'm crazy, what, you're going to probably tell me to move one, or how dare you and all that stuff. So I'll give you the floor, sir.
Um, I was with you on that number 3 being kind of real funky. It can go either way.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I agree with you. But I got Buffalo doing it. I got Buffalo barely, getting to that top seed in that division. I think they have a special year. Josh Allen hears the noise.
They got to.
He's listening. He's listening. He tired of people talking about the mistakes that he made, and you got to take it to that next step. Well, I think he's ready. He just don't have a lot of help. So, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I got New England at 4. I'm sorry, I got New England at 4. I got New York at 3, and then Miami and Buffalo.
All right. All right. So we just
You
we
just told me
differ
I couldn't
on
be
that.
wrong.
Huh?
You just told me I couldn't be wrong. You just told me that number 3 spot could go either way, right?
Yeah. You're
Hey,
right. You're
put
right.
your money
So
on it.
man, I ain't got no money, man. I got some coins over here. All right, I can give you some coins. So, but yeah, greatest thing about it, parity. That goes on. So other things that's going on in the NFL, uh, we got a new rule in place. Or no, we got what we got. Yeah, kickoff. So we got a new kickoff rule that's going on in the NFL, and they tried it out, or we got to see it for the first time in the Hall of Fame game between Houston and the Chicago Bears. And so, if you have not seen it, and I'm going to try and explain it to you, but we're done with the everybody lining up and they take off with the kicker and you sprint down 50, 60 yards or whatever it is to make a tackle. They got rid of that. They wanted to make it a little bit more safe. They wanted also because touchbacks was just getting ridiculous. I mean, Mo, you were just talking about how all the athletes done got better over the time for the Olympics. So yeah, these kickers, they kicking them into the concession stand, now. So touchbacks, uh, they're trying to reduce that and start more of returns. So the way that this works, and I'm explaining it correctly, and you can get the visual, is basically the both teams on special teams, they line up, I think, pretty much like 10 yards apart from each other. I want to say on the 35 or the 40-yard line and the 50-yard line, something like that. So nobody can move until the person fills the kick. So if they feel the kick, it's some other, you can take it. If they don't feel it, it's like some type of rule where maybe you get at the 25 or the 30, depending on how the kick goes. So the whole point of this is really just to get more kick returns. And watching it, it seemed like it worked because I don't remember one touchback. I don't remember anybody just taking the ball and kneeling. Every other possession was an actual running possession. I guess I'm saying that correctly. So this is going to add a little bit to it. I don't know how I feel about it just yet because again, we don't have our key number one punt returners and all that stuff, just in there just yet. So it still remains to be seen, but I see what they're doing with it. Now, the only thing that I think it takes away from is the element of surprise when it comes to the onside kick, though. So the onside kicker, we've seen people, New Orleans infamously did it in the Super Bowl to start off the second half, or was it Indianapolis, one of them. But in the Super Bowl, we saw that. So that element of surprise, that's not going to be there. But more kick returns, maybe more opportunity to score, maybe more, changing the field possession. I'm not going to hate on it. I'll say that at the end of the day. I'm not going to hate on it. I'll be cool if they roll, with it. Now, what I'm not cool with, I just thought about this, Mo, is that they're talking about getting rid of the chain game, man, because they got some technology in that basically is going to mark the first downs and all this stuff. So I'm like, well, if you get rid of the chain game, man, how can we watch and see? Well, maybe the chain game was kind of, they were a little older, more seasoned. Let me just say that chain game was kind of seasoned, so you kind of think of some safety out there as well for them. But I digress. Let me get away from that. But the new kickoff rule, I don't have no qualms about it. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if anything good comes from it. That's my thoughts. Mo, move us on, man. We'll get on to the next topic. Money, right? Oh man. So everyone should know about this by now. And I really want to know what Mo thinks about this. Is that Shannon Sharpe, he was on his podcast with Chad Johnson, and they were talking about the Olympics and how you really playing, winning a gold medal for the US, you ain't getting paid. You get 37,000, right? And in other countries, some of them get up to $700,000 for winning a gold medal. So obviously, this is just sad. Like, why these people dedicate their lives, and 37,000. That's all y'all got. You ain't got nothing else. So Shannon was just talking, and he decided, hey, you know what? 25 racks. 25 racks for anybody, win gold. He started calling out names, as well. Then he went and said 50 racks for anybody who breaks a world record. He said, I don't care what sport it in. And the mixed medley team, I guess they said, ears got back to them. And that night, they broke the world record. So I got questions, Mo. Come in here, Mo. I got questions
I
about
love it,
this
man. I
real
love
quick.
it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now,
The
correct me if
50,
I'm wrong.
okay.
Didn't Ocho match him?
Ocho matched the 25. I don't know if he
Okay,
said
okay.
anything about the 50 because
I
Ocho is cheap.
I thought he matched it. I thought he matched it. Matter of fact, I think I sent you a video of that clip I saw.
Maybe. But here's what I'm wondering. Because he said 50,000
Hmm.
for whoever breaks a record. You got a team
Right.
who
Yeah.
broke the record. So
How
does
many? How many is
everybody
that?
get 50?
How many is on that team?
4.
Okay, so that's 200,000. You
Right.
gotta,
But
hey,
he
you
said
you
50.
you
He
gotta
said
pay up.
50.
You gotta pay up. You gotta pay up. You put it out there.
But you got okay, so we got 200 right there, right?
Hmm.
You still got the other folks that you mentioned off because he said Noah. So Noah's supposed to get, I guess Noah gonna get 50 as well because 25 and 25 between him and
Hmm.
Chad.
Right.
Um uh Sid, I think that's pretty much a foregone conclusion. They got her winning. But you know who they didn't say though? And maybe I just didn't see the clip of it.
Simone.
Yeah, they, they didn't
Yeah,
say
because you paying out for the gold and you paying out for broken records. Simone, make no mistake about it, brought some goals home. So
yeah.
you gotta, hey, listen, man. You had a good year. You had a good year. You've been on a good run. You know, Cat Williams helped you put some money in your pocket, and you know, you
Mhm.
did your thing with Stephen A. And you got your podcast doing well. You
Yeah.
know,
But
next time,
money is
shut
still
up.
money, bro. I mean, it's
Hmm?
money is still money. I mean, ain't I mean
Well,
Shannon
you
still,
shouldn't have
you
said
know,
it. You shouldn't have said.
Shannon
You
got
shouldn't have put it
bills.
out there. You shouldn't have
Shannon
put it
got
out there.
bills.
Hey, well, if you got bills like that, don't be making no promises that you can't keep. Now, and we
Hey,
want to see it
hey,
live. We want to see receipts. I need to
and you
talk to some of
know,
these athletes, make sure they got paid.
just last night, well, the women's what's it, mixed medley swim team. They just broke a
Yeah.
world record.
Hmm. Oh, they broke a record.
Yeah, they just
They
broke a
broke a
world
record.
record.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
four of them.
Shannon, listen, man.
That,
I get it. You ain't see it
man,
coming like this.
they might be up to
I,
a million.
I love the spirit behind it. You
I do.
acknowledge, you told the whole world that
I do.
this is why I'm doing this.
Yes,
But
I do
I
love
don't
that.
think you saw this coming. You
Nah,
didn't see this coming.
nah.
It's too much talent came out there at one time for him. So
Hey,
he need to
he,
go ahead and pay what you gonna pay, and just go ahead and pull that bet back. Like, listen, that's
he
all I
should,
got for this. You know, I'm
man, he should
proud of
have put
y'all.
he should he should have put that out there when darts and breakdancing and archery was going.
Yeah.
Like, cause
Matter of fact.
I firmly believe if we know about it, they definitely know about it at the village.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot about this. I didn't even think about this. Both dream or not dream teams, but both basketball teams.
Yeah. Yeah. Is the 303 done?
3-on-3 is done. They
Okay,
got
all right. Yeah,
bronze.
they
They got
didn't look too good out there.
yeah. Well,
But
the women got bronze. I don't think the men got.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
the
the
men even
men
medal.
got
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
But I
but
didn't understand how they put those teams together anyway. But I mean
yeah.
that's cool. But yeah, I mean you gotta pay. You gotta
What it
pay.
was.
Now,
Hey,
what you need to do is go ahead and get on the phone, call some other former athletes, be like,
yeah.
listen, y'all, let's come on, let's support this movement. I mean, you
Oh,
ain't got to tell them you heard it for bread, but tell them
no,
let's support this movement. Let's put this money together, one big pot, and we're gonna
I
distribute the funds.
I think Shannon. I think Shannon got it. I don't think he's struggling.
Nah,
I
he
but
got it, man. Of course he got it.
here's the thing. Um, I think this would be a great opportunity for some type of sponsorship though too, like to get
Hmm.
some other companies involved with this. So and
Yeah,
I'm with you. I love that he did it. I love that him and Chad did it. Brought light to it. Obviously, we're just joking around and messing with them about it. Um, as long as man, can you imagine if LeBron and them come up and be like, "Yo, man, what's
somebody
up with
tweeted
my
out.
20? What's up with my 25, bro?"
Somebody on that Olympic team gonna tweet it out after the. I don't care if it's Derek White, whoever. Somebody gonna
Yeah,
tweet it out. Hey,
yeah. It,
hey,
it's
go
gonna
ahead and
be
hit my
KD.
cash app.
It's gonna be KD. It's gonna be
Yeah,
KD.
KD. You know what? You're right. He'll be the one to do that.
It'll be
He'll be the
KD.
one to do
So,
something like that. It's fun though, man. They make it fun. I hope other people get involved, man.
yeah,
And
I do
Olympics,
too.
y'all, shame on y'all. Pay them kids, man.
Yeah.
Pay them
Shouts
that
out
money,
to
man.
Shannon and Chad, man. I like
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
that was dope to see him do that.
Yeah. All right. Here's the part where it's about to get real. You see that right there. NFL top 100 list. We got a new king sitting at the top. So recently it was just announced that Tyreek Hill has been announced as the number one player, top 100. This is by his peers. This is by his peers. And
Blasphemy.
I hear Mo rumbling in the back. So just come on back out. So you know what? I'll let you, because it sounds like you got a little problem with this list. So
No, whoever made the list got a problem. Let me explain something to you.
the players,
Tyreek, the players, right?
yes, yes,
Shout out to the players. But Tyreek Hill is an unbelievable talent.
here we go. I
But you
hear
know who
what?
else is an unbelievable talent?
Who is that?
His former teammate. You know who else is an unbelievable talent? The reigning champion.
Yeah,
You know who else is an unbelievable talent? I can't even say it right.
yeah,
But you know who else is an unbelievable talent?
yeah,
Last year's leading passer, who
yeah.
led the league in passing yards,
Who that
who
be?
led the league in passing touchdowns.
Who that be?
That'd be the GOAT, brother Patrick Mahomes. The GOAT. I said it. If you ain't never said it on this platform, I'm saying it now.
Okay, who
GOAT
that be?
Mahomes.
All
GOAT
right,
Mahomes. Come on, man. Come
goat
on.
man, goat
Tyreek,
man. Yeah, that's him.
GOAT man. Yeah. I mean, like,
That I would say.
you know you got people that will actually argue that Tyreek ain't even the best in his position, right?
Okay.
But I mean, come on, man. Come on. Somebody
All
got
right.
excited. I don't know what was going on, but I don't know how Pat Mahomes could still be playing and you got him ranked lower than number one.
Okay.
Tell me why you disagree.
I disagree because look, the players have. I give you a little bit with some of the stuff that the players would do. Like here's a prime example. They got Aaron Rodgers on there, and they don't even have Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson was an All Pro this year for the Chicago Bears. He don't play quarterback, but the dude went to the Pro Bowl and he played this past year, and he didn't even get into the top 100. So how are you going to let Aaron Rodgers get into the top 100? So this is what I'm just saying. It's about time because there's even quarterbacks that this because it's a quarterback award. It's a quarterback award. They've done this 14 times. Mo, how many times do you think a quarterback won?
Probably every time.
Almost 10 times. 10 times. You got with Tyreek, that makes 4 now, but
Mm-hmm.
it was Adrian Peterson, JJ Watt, with JJ Watt was the only one. I think maybe Aaron Donald might have got number one at one point, but that's it. Tom Brady has won it 4 times. I think Peyton Manning or Aaron Rodgers won it twice. Pat Mahomes won it twice. Pat Mahomes won it twice. And the reason I don't have a problem with Tyreek being number one is that he had a heck of a year himself, bro. Don't because he didn't break the record, but remember he was on pace to be at 2,000 over 2,000 yards.
Oh my
He
God.
balled out.
Come
Now
on, Jelani.
listen, listen,
I'm
listen.
gonna shut up and I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen.
I'm just saying is that I'm not vexed or I'm not upset like you that Tyreek won or was voted. He didn't even win anything, but he was voted. Look, we all know this is
I'm,
a quarterback league. No matter what, they're gonna.
bro, it
I
is
get
what
it.
it is, though.
I get it. Pat Mahomes, he's a bad man. Don't get me wrong. He done won the last 2 Super
That's an
Bowls.
understatement. Come on. He won the last two Super Bowl. He won
Won the
without
last 2
Tyreek.
Super Bowls.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Because you
Mm-hmm.
talking about Tyreek had an outstanding year. Christian McCaffrey had an outstanding year. Other players in
Mm-hmm.
the league had an outstanding year. How many times since Tyreek has been with Miami have they gone to the playoffs?
I'm glad you said that. I was just
Are
talking
you?
about this.
You
Hey,
sure?
yeah, I was just talking about this. Hey,
Because it's got to be
that leads
devastating to your argument.
that leads me to make sure you check last week's episode out because I was talking about that. So 99 2000 they had Dan Marino had 2000 2001 Dan Marino had just left. He retired in
Who was that in
1999. So they
2000?
went to the
Okay.
playoffs in 2000 and 2001. After that, they went in 2008 and then 2016. These last 2 years is they've been to the playoffs, and Tyreek's been on both of those teams. So they haven't had much success without him, sir. You didn't know I had that, did you? Yeah.
Okay, all right. No, I'm gonna have to go fact check. I gotta look some information up because I don't know.
Yes,
We listen. Pat Mahomes is something we've never seen before in the NFL,
I
right?
agree.
And listen, when you say something like that, you got to be careful because people like to throw that around a lot. You know, we talked about we never seen nothing like Michael Vick. Well, yeah, Randall Cunningham played ball. We never seen nothing like Michael Jordan. People forget about Dr. J.
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes, he's that kind of different. He
He
is. Now, this is
is.
coming from somebody that had to, that I should hate Pat Mahomes
Yeah.
right
You
now,
have to swallow that.
right? So
Yeah.
I'm taking that one. But, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, Tyreek Hill, as great as he is, he's
Yeah.
top 100. You can't put him above Pat
All,
Mahomes. I'm
all I'm
sorry.
saying, all I'm saying, man, is that these dudes be voting, and there's quarterbacks that shouldn't have been number one. And I guess it's really everybody vote different. I think that's the biggest thing. Everybody kind of vote differently because I've always felt that the top 100 should be based off of the previous season that you just had. Whatever your most current season,
Yeah,
that's who should be in the top 100, right? So I get your argument. I get your argument because yes, Pat did his thing, went all the way to the Super Bowl, all of that. So valid point. I'm
back to
not
back.
discrediting, that. I'm just saying that Tyreek did his thing as well. And we're talking about individual award. And look,
Well,
it's good.
do you
Hey,
think players across the league, a lot of them don't like Pat Mahomes?
no,
Because I
I
mean, come
think
on,
I
man.
think
It's
a
like
lot of guys like him. I think they don't like him while they playing him because he always
of
beating them.
course. I mean,
But
he ain't supposed to. But
yeah.
come on, man. Tyreek, man, you can't be number one in your hair looking like that. We can't do that, man. Come on, man. Come
Come
on, bro.
on,
Put your
man.
helmet back on, Tyreek. Put
Ah,
your hood back on, Tyreek. Shout out to Tyreek, man. Shout out to I'm glad that the players are able to do this, right?
yes.
Because you really want to know how your peers feel. I mean, if you're in this profession, whether it's sports, entertainment or whatever, how your peers feel about you, it matters. So, shout out to Tyreek for that. But they wrong. They got it wrong. They got it wrong. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
let me ask you this: if Lamar had have been number one, would you have been okay with that?
No, no,
It has to
because
be Pat.
he's the best. He's the
Okay.
best, and I don't think that's disputable.
Okay.
Back to back Super Bowls. You know how hard that is. That's not easy to do, man. And they wouldn't have been able to do it without him.
I
And
kind
they
of, I
didn't think
kind of
that they could do it. They didn't think that they could do it without Tyreek on that team. But
did
we
it.
saw what happened. And
Yeah.
not only did you did it against a team with an MVP candidate with some. You didn't do it against no scrubs either. So I mean, come on, man.
Okay.
And he had to get surgical to do it. In the end, you saw the game. Don't make me relive trauma. I don't want to go through that.
All right.
I don't
I'm
want to go
sorry.
through that. It's been it's been a
Valid,
long ride, man.
valid point, but I still don't have a problem with it. At the end of the day, I don't
See, you're
think
not
that.
really answering the question. You don't have a problem with it, but do you agree?
Do I agree?
Be honest. It ain't about you having a problem with it. Do you agree?
Now, if it was somebody, do I think somebody else should be ahead of Tyreek?
Do you think
Personally,
Tyreek? No, that's not what I'm asking. Do you think Tyreek should be ahead of Pat Mahomes? If you were making
no,
this list, would you have him ahead? Okay, that's all I need to know.
no.
You can carry on. That's all I need to know.
But I'm
All right.
but I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is, y'all act like that they voted, for Bill Bellamy's character off of Any Given Sunday. I mean, like
You might as well. You
no,
might as well. You might as well listen. If okay, all right.
no.
Let me say this, and we're gonna move. I'm gonna let you move past. But let me say this:
Okay,
take Pat Mahomes out of the league, right? Take him. He
yeah,
never played football, and whatever quarterbacks you got left, you got your Joe Burrows, you got your Lamar Jacksons, right?
yes,
Okay, if that was your field, then you know what? Tyreek got a strong argument. He got a strong argument. Would you agree?
maybe.
Because now you got to figure out who your number one quarterback is. I mean, if it ain't Pat, then it's who? Who's your number
If it
two?
Who's number 2?
Yeah.
Number 2 right now,
Answer the
I would
question.
say
I'm going somewhere with this.
Lamar.
You would say Lamar Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say Pat didn't play, now we're talking about Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Are you putting Tyreek ahead of Lamar Jackson on this list?
All right, you changed my mind. God dog it.
That's all I needed, man. Thank y'all for tuning in today.
Oh my gosh. Congratulations, Tyreek. Look, hey, congratulations. Goodness. Everybody still know. I mean, never mind. That's it. You know what? Everybody, make sure if you're enjoying this, again, turn on those notifications, like, subscribe, and check out previous episodes that's been on where we debate time and time again. I normally don't let Mo get off the hook like that, but he made some valid points and everything. So I see it. I give it to him. But other than that, y'all be good out there. Until next time, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.